So let's grab our blanket or towel and we'll roll it up. You can kind of choose, but I recommend the slightly skinnier version of your roll today if you have maybe a couple variations. So I'm gonna roll mine up, fringe side is on a side. Long ways roll. So that it's maybe just, I don't know, a few inches in diameter. This is going to go directly under the shoulder blades, kind of thinking like bottom tips of the shoulder blades. And we'll just lay down on top of it. So placing it behind you and shimmying down. And what we're looking for here is that the roll is kind of below the armpits so that your arms can rest just above the roll. So arms are resting on the floor. And if you need something additionally here, you can place another blanket or even a pillow you can grab from the couch or your bed underneath your head. Finding that position, just starting with that passive stretch in the chest, passive relief or release of the upper back and shoulders. And because we're not in space physically together, I won't be able to see necessarily if there's little shifts. So just start to notice sensation and make any shifts that you need to for your comfort. And in these classes, especially online and really any class that you take, that's always the case. Shift for your comfort. Especially in a pose like this, where we're really just looking to rest. We want to be able to breathe deeply. And if we're uncomfortable, that is more challenging. So once you feel comfortable enough, start to notice your breath. Recognizing that wave of inhale. And that wave of exhale. Perhaps paying some attention to the muscles of the face and the brows. Releasing any clenching in the jaw. And if it helps to release those muscles, to take a sighing breath or two, feel free to play with that. And as we find this stillness and this awareness of breath, recognizing if there's a familiarity here. Some of us have a pretty regular practice of yoga. Maybe some others of us not so much. But is there something we can tune into about the experience we're having now that's like visiting a friend? That feeling of coming home to ourselves, home to our bodies. Feeling safe. And as you fully relax your head and neck and the arms from the shoulders, Start to breathe in such a way that you feel that your ribs expand from side to side. Breathing underneath your armpits and exhaling to just soften skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Inhaling to expand the ribs left to right. Gathering as much air as you can and exhaling to soften. Let the breath be natural this way. Finding a natural tempo. Whatever feels easy, with just that tiny amount of effort to fill the rib cage left to right. Releasing all effort on the exhale. Take about 5 to 7 more rounds like this. And for your next few breaths, allow any intention for your practice for this next hour or so to arise in your mind. Without searching for it, see if something just comes up. And take your next inhale to really, really fill. Rib cage expands side to side, front to back, upper back expands into your blanket. Hold and pause on full. And like you're letting go of all expectations of how everything works out through your mouth, let it go. Coming back to a natural breath. Good, and we're gonna stay on our blanket and add a little movement. So cradling your head with your hands, you might interlace your fingers if it's comfortable, just bring them behind your head. Feet and legs can take any shape. I like the feet to the earth, knees bent. Choose whatever works for you. Okay, we're gonna think a little bit like cat-cow in the spine here. So take an inhale where you are, head down. And as you exhale, draw your nose towards your knees, lift your head and chest, round your back. Inhale, slowly lower, a little core support. Exhale to lift, kind of like a crunch, but try not to kind of lift your head too much with your hands. Use mostly your core for the movements. Squeezing that navel back on the exhale to lift your upper body. Take 3 more. Good, next time you inhale, lowering your head back down. And feet to the earth, rock your knees to the right and roll all the way to your right side. Left hand might come in front of you on the earth for support, fetal position. You might even use your right bicep as a pillow here for your head. And notice that the blanket is right underneath of the armpit, kind of the bottom tip of the shoulder blade, but toward the front body. Then start to rock and roll back and forth. So lowering your chest kind of toward the earth in front of you, and then leaning your back behind you. And we're rolling on our blanket so that we're getting a massage just underneath of our armpit, probably a couple inches below the armpit at least. Good, you can keep your head cradled in your arm, or for a little bit more, extend your right arm fully and kind of reach your fingertips away from your body. And then keep your movement rocking back and forth. Just like we were doing before, bring breath all the way below the armpits. Exhaling to release. One more full breath. Good. On an exhale, come back through center, knees to center, roll all the way to the other side, fetal position, left side. And we're gonna do the same thing. So finding that blanket just underneath the armpit, cradling the head with your arm, start to rock back and forth. Yeah, just kind of like you're rolling forward and rolling back. Maybe a few inches forward, a few inches back. Maybe extend that bottom left arm, really reach through the fingers and keep your movement back and forth. From wherever you're feeling this massage, breathe into that space real deep. 2 more breaths. Good. We're gonna stay rolled to the left on our fetal position. Use your right arm to help press you all the way up and come into your seat. You can unroll your blanket, place it underneath of you, folded, so that you're sitting up on the edge of your blanket. Take your time. Whenever you get there, come to a cross-legged position, left foot in the front. And flex both feet, draw the spine long, and inhale, send your chest over your left knee, and then forward around to your right knee. Exhale to round your back, big body circles here. Inhaling over left knee, then right. Exhaling to round and come forward. Good. Without straining your knees at all, see how low you can keep your knees to the earth as you create this movement. Beautiful. Next time your chest comes in front of your right knee, pause there, extend your arms. I feel like we're taking a little bit of a side bend and a forward fold. So extending the arms out in front of you, glue your left sits bone down toward the earth, and then reach through your left fingertips. Breathing into your lower back, especially on the left side. Three more deep breaths. On an exhale, squeeze navel towards spine, come back to center. Straighten your legs out, give them a shake. Side to side, up and down. And cross-legged right foot in front, whichever one you didn't do before. And then opposite side body circles, sweep your chest over right knee and then left. Exhale to round. If you're feeling a little warmer, you might take this a little faster. Start to charge up the breath and cultivate that Ujjayi breath if you're familiar. If not, no big deal. Just breathe deeply. One more circle here. And then next time chest is over left knee, pause, extend your arms, hands down to the earth. And as you glue the right sits bone or the right hip down as far as you can, reach your right fingertips away from your hip. Drop your shoulders from your ears, and you can even relax your head, let it drop in space. Deep breaths into the side body on the right. Breathing anywhere from the right hip to the right armpit. feeling those spaces expand. On your next exhale, navel toward the spine, strong core, come back to center. And interlace your fingers and just roll out your wrists, maybe figure eights, maybe circles. Take it as fast or slow as feels good this morning. And then go the other direction. Circles or figure eights. Try not to overthink it. Good, release your hands, big breath in, sweep your arms up toward the ceiling. Take a full exhale, keep your arms up, drop your shoulders, and then open and close your hands. Good, see how fast you can go. We'll be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, a little faster, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, spread the fingers really, really wide, and exhale, slowly sweep your arms down. Tabletop all fours position. Take your time. I like to unfold my blanket and place it under my knees for comfort. Take all the time you need. Whenever you get there, cat-cow. On an inhale, drop your belly and even your chest down. Maybe gaze up. Exhale to curl your tailbone, round your spine, press the earth away powerfully, and let your head hang. Good. Cat and cow, reversing course on the inhale, drop belly. Exhale, press the earth away. We're going to keep the same movement, but actually we'll pause real quick. So pause with a neutral spine. Extend your left arm, palm down on the mat, and then drop your left elbow. Keep your right hand just as it is. And then same movement, cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, press down through your elbow and hand, round your back. Good, one more breath in. Full exhale. Navel to spine, press the earth away, hands back to center. Good, and hips to the right. Hips to the right. Left hand reaches to the top left corner of your mat and sink your armpit down toward the earth. Good, just stretching again that armpit, kind of a different angle. Big inhale. Full exhale. Hands back to center. Extend your right hand forward. Drop your right elbow down. Get so right elbows down, left hand to the earth. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round your back for cat. A few more times. Pause at center, hands underneath your shoulders to start. Hips just sit to the left. Right hand reaches to the top corner of your mat and melt the heart. Breathing into any stretch you may be feeling. Okay, come all the way back to center. If it's available, downward facing dog. Hands down, curl your toes under. And lift your hips straight and through your legs. Send your ears next to your biceps. Good, pedaling out the feet and legs, bend a knee, switch sides. And add any other organic movement. Maybe lift one leg and then the other. Take about 5 breaths of time to explore. Good. Transition can be done from down dog or tabletop all fours. We'll step the right foot forward between your hands and lower your back knee. Good. Left knee is down. Climb up your front leg and come to low lunge. Arms can sweep forward. Plug your shoulders in. Maybe arms reach overhead. Beautiful. We'll add a little movement here. So inhale to face forward. As you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, and twist toward the right. Good, we'll keep moving. Inhale, arms up, face forward. Exhale, same side twist. Left arm forward, right hand back. About 3 more at your pace. Pressing down through both feet, powerfully squeeze your inner thighs together for stability. Good, next time arms are forward on an exhale, interlace your fingers and bring them behind the back of your head. Drop your shoulders down, elbows slightly in toward each other, and press your head into your hands. Good, get long in your spine, start to lift through the center of your chest as you lean your head back into your hands. Good, bend deeply into your front knee, press down through your back toes. 3 deep breaths. Good, next inhale, release your hands, frame your front foot with your hands, and step back to tabletop. Knees down, hands down. And then knee circles, left knee lifts and comes out to the left side. Just trace a big circle in space to the left. Flex both feet and draw your bottom 2 ribs up and in as you move. Beautiful. When you're ready, extend that left leg all the way behind you, toes to the back of your mat. Bottom 2 ribs up and in, away from the earth. Option to stay here, left leg really extended straight. Maybe reach your right fingertips to the front of your mat, little balancing pose. Play with lifting the left leg and right arm. Good, you can always tap toes and fingers back to the mat anytime you need it. Bottom 2 ribs are up and in, core is engaged, and chin is slightly down, gaze forward and down. Good, big breaths in. Full exhales, 2 more breaths. Inhale as you reach through left heel, right fingers, and exhale, hands down, knees down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Stay here in your cat-cow or find downward facing dog. And any optional movements, perhaps vinyasa, whatever you're craving right now. Meeting in either table or down dog, low lunge, left foot forward. Whichever side you didn't do before. Climb up your front leg and arms out in front of you. Plug the shoulders back, reach up when you're ready. Good, press down through both feet powerfully and squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. Front foot toward back knee. Inhale here. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Good, try and move like you're moving through the pool. Inhaling forward, exhaling to twist. And we want to move like we're moving through the pool, which would mean like slowly, with a sense of grace. Almost like the air was thick around you. Bend deeply through your front knee, 1 more twist. And then arms back to center, interlace the fingers, maybe the funny way, opposite pinky in front. Cradle the back of your head. Drop your shoulders, elbows slightly in, press your head into your hands, and lift through the center of your chest, little back bend. Good, bend deeply through your front knee, press down through your back foot. 3 more breaths. Strong core, release your arms forward and down. Tabletop pose. And knee circles, right knee traces a circle in space. Good, strong core. See if you can keep the weight even between both hands as you move your right knee. When you're ready, extend right toes to the back of your mat, right leg straight. Bottom 2 ribs up and in, stay here, or next option, extend your left hand fingertips to the mat in front of you. Maybe play with lifting both or opposite limbs. Good, once you lift, really common for there to start to be like banana back, like the belly dips down. Draw your core up and in, ribs up and in. Plug your shoulder blades down, 2 more breaths. Really straighten through the left arm and right leg, 1 more breath. And hands down, knees down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Pause here for 2 more breaths. And then downward facing dog, vinyasa optional, or child's pose, knees wide, tops of the feet down, toes touch, sit your hips back to your heels, and rest your forehead. Good, a couple of options. Just notice where your energy is at. If you need a rest, child's pose is great. Whenever you're ready, we'll meet all the way on our bellies. Good, cobra position. So cobra prep. Hands come next to your bottom 2 ribs on your mat. Forehead to the earth. Beautiful. Tops of your feet to the earth. Press down through your feet. Feel your kneecaps lift. Reach through your toes and feel your glutes engage. Press your pubic bone down into the earth. Hug your elbows toward each other. And see if you can keep your head down and lift just the heel of your hands. Good, maybe your fingers start to lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, press down through your feet. Take 1 more breath like this. And on an exhale, relax your effort and shimmy your hips side to side. Good, we'll come into 2 more rounds of that, maybe adding the chest lifting. Press down through your feet, reach through your toes. Feel your glutes engage by pressing and reaching through your toes. Squeeze your elbows together. See if you can lift your hands before your head and chest start to peel off the earth. Hold here for 3 breaths. And on an exhale, release. Maybe bend your knees and windshield wiper your heels side to side. Beautiful. One more. Maybe try your full cobra, or we'll do that same baby cobra again. Press through your feet, reach through your toes. Elbows together, see if you can lift from the upper back and the backs of your ears. 3 deep breaths. On an exhale, lower. Take a full breath here. And then we'll transition back to either down dog or child's pose. See if you can lift both your hips and your chest at the same time. So curl your toes under, squeeze your elbows together, ribs start to lift, core lifts, press the earth away, and child's pose or down dog. Whichever of those two poses you choose, pause for a few breaths. Let your spine realign and center. And then if you would like, you can add any organic movement, optional vinyasa, or creative movement of your choice. When you're ready, we'll meet at the top of our mat in a forward fold, standing forward fold. Take your time to get there, and once you do, take a full breath, relaxing the upper back, relaxing the shoulders and head. Maybe give your head a shake, a nod. And then flat back, bent knees, reach up, stand up. Maybe arms reach overhead, little back bend. And exhale, arms down by your side. A couple full breaths in standing. Good. We'll do our next little pose flow. I like to have my blanket with the folded edge under my heels. So the balls of the feet are on the mat or on the floor, heels are slightly elevated. That's totally optional. You can have your feet flat. Either way, feet are about shoulder distance, a little wider than hips, and toes can be pointed slightly out to 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. All right, take an inhale, reach arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees and sit as low as feels good. Draw your hands to the fronts of your thighs and give them a little massage. Good, could be a pretty high squat pose or almost like a chair. Inhale, stand up tall, legs straight and arms reach. And exhale, squat pose, hands down. Maybe you come a little lower, give your knees a massage. Full breath in, full exhale. Inhale, stand up tall, root through the feet, reach up. One more time, exhale, hands down, massaging the thighs down the knees. Maybe this time you massage the shins and calves, front and back of the low legs. Core up and in, take a breath. When you're ready, stand up tall, root through the feet, reach up, and exhale, hands down by your sides. Step off of your blanket if it's there. Keep your feet nice and wide, toes facing out, arm swings. Swinging arms to the left and right. For the comfort of your knees, you might just allow your opposite heel to lift and twist off the earth. Allow your head to twist with you. And your gaze to be about the level of the horizon. Big breaths in, full body exhales. And take a couple more of those. Let your arms be heavy, but start to slow your hips down in your twist. Gradually let the arms and body come back to center. Good. Feet hip distance or whatever's comfortable. I'll squat down just so you can see what's happening in my arms, but you're standing. Inhale to reach up. Catch your left wrist with your right hand. Shoulders down. Lift out of that left fingertips and side stretch toward the right. Mirroring is hard. Right rib cage forward, left rib cage back. Big breaths into the left side. Good. On an exhale, strong core, come back to center. Opposite side, catch the right wrist. Reach through right fingertips, side stretch. Left rib cage forward, right rib cage back. Full breath in and out. And one more inhale. Exhale, squeeze the belly back and reach your hands down. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folds. And we'll reverse course. Inhale, stand up tall, root to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath, palms touching. Good. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees a little bit and step your left foot back, warrior one. Back heel is down, back foot at a slight diagonal. Good. See if you can square your ribs toward the front thigh and bend deeply into your front knee. Spread your toes on both feet and inhale as you reach your arms up. Shoulder blades plug down. Take a breath in and full exhale. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, palms touch, hands to heart. Good. We're going to find a twist here. Pitch your chest forward so that there's one line between your back heel and the crown of your head. Good. Press down through your back heel, down through your front heel. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, turn your torso to the right. Good. So that you're facing your right thigh. Really root down through your outer back heel. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Feel the back of your left glute engage. When you're ready, inhale, reach up. Stand up tall. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Great time for blocks if you have and need them. Start to straighten through your front leg. Good. You can step your back foot in a little bit if you feel like it's hard to root down through your left heel. From wherever you are, right hip toward the wall behind you. And reach the crown of your head in the opposite direction of your hips. Good. Chin is slightly in, shoulders are away from ears, and reach the chest forward towards your front toes. 2 more breaths. On an exhale, bend through your front knee, pop up onto your back toes and lower your back knee. Good. Hands are down. Left hand under left shoulder. Right arm peels open for a twist. Good. Thread the needle style twist here. Right arm reaches on your inhale. On your exhale, right fingers under left arm, almost like thread the needle. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, find your twist, right fingers under your left armpit. Good. A few more times. On your next inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down. Step your left or right foot to meet your left. And inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Continue here in cat-cow or find any movement, optional vinyasa or rest. In the next few breaths, we'll meet in our standing forward folds. Take your time. Good. Whenever you get to the forward fold, take a breath. And then inhale, root to rise, flat back, reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands to your heart, full breath in and out. Whenever you meet us there. Good. Bend your knees deeply and then step your right foot back behind you, warrior one. Back heel down. Try and lift the arch of your back foot off the earth. Spread your toes and reach your arms up. Good. If this feels challenging enough, you can stay right here. Otherwise, hands to heart. Pitch your chest forward, like one line from heel to crown of head. And then find your twist. Turn your torso to the left. Good. Subtle enough twist. See if you can keep your right elbow off of your thighs in order to use your obliques and your core to actually find this twist. Nice. One more breath. Good. Inhale, come to center, reach up. Exhale, hands frame your front foot and extend through your front leg. Hamstring stretch. Good. Stepping your back foot in slightly. Peel your left hip back in space as the crown of your head reaches forward. Good. If this feels too intense, a little bend in the front knee is fine. Two more breaths. Low lunge, bend your front knee, pop up onto your back toes and knee down. Good. Right hand stays where it is on the earth. Left hand reaches up toward the ceiling, twist. Inhale to reach. Exhale, thread the needle, fingers under right armpit. Got about 5 total, take your time. Whenever you're ready, inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Left knee meets the right and lower all the way down onto your belly. You can cradle your forehead with stacked hands or turn your cheek, whatever feels best on your neck. Good. Take breaths deep enough to feel your belly press into your mat. Good. And then find prone pose. So extend both arms forward, pinkies down, palms face each other over your head. Good. Forehead down to the mat to start. I'm just going to lift my head so you can still hear me. If you're feeling this in your lower back, widen your feet even more. Good. Reach through your toes. Straighten your legs so much that the kneecaps lift and you feel your glutes engage. Good. Left leg. Really reach through the left toes. See if you can lift left leg all the way off the earth. Good. Option to lift your right arm. Opposite arm reaches and lifts. See if you can lift through the inner thigh and inside of your bicep. 2 more breaths. Press down through the opposite limbs to lift you up higher. Good. On an exhale, lower everything down and shimmy hips left to right. Opposite side, extend through both feet and then start to lift right foot off the earth. Maybe the right thigh starts to peel up. Shoulders plugged down away from ears. Lift your left arm off the earth. Good, head might start to come with you. Lift through the inner thigh, inside of your bicep. Maybe the palm faces up and your pinky toe points down. 2 more breaths. Exhale to release. Take a full breath in and out. Good, hands next to your rib cage. Curl your toes under, try to lift chest and hips at the same time. And then child's pose, knees wide, tops of the feet down, rest your forehead. Good, press the earth away from you actively with your hands, like you're pushing your hips toward your heels. Good, lift your head, gaze between your hands, and walk your hands to the left. Keep pressing the earth away from you to ground your right hip toward right heel. Once you feel a stretch anywhere from right hip to armpit, relax your head again. When you're ready, walk your hands back through center and all the way to the right. Good, once you find a stretch from left hip to left armpit, push the earth away from you, ground the sits bones back, and then melt your head and heart. Breathing into upper back, into left armpit. Hands back to center, take a moment. And then we'll come into a seat. Once again, you could use your blanket under your hips. And bring your hands behind you, feet wide, wider than your mat, and rock your knees side to side. Good, come to center and extend your right leg. Good, hands can stay behind you. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Good. Let that left knee start to float down toward the earth, flex both feet. And if you need more, we're looking for a stretch in the outer left hip. Start to bend your bottom knee and plant your right foot. A seated figure 4. Good, the closer your chest is to your right thigh, probably the more you're gonna feel this stretch. So find your sweet spot where you can still breathe deeply. And the sensation feels like kind of a perfect 6 or 7 out of 10. You can stay right here. I like to swish my knees and legs side to side, windshield wipering. If you've added movement, come back to center. We'll create a little action here. Actively push your left ankle into your right thigh. Feel that action in your hip. Good, keep your left leg exactly as it is and start to slowly extend your right leg out long. So your left leg is gonna hover. Right hand to left ankle, push and resist. So you're pushing your hand into your foot and your foot back into your hand. Okay, a couple more times, bend your bottom knee, push ankle into thigh. Pause for a breath. Extend your bottom leg, hover your left foot, and then use your hand to push, resist. One more time at your pace. We're working both sides of our hip capsule here. Good, when you're ready, release both legs out in front of you, give them a shake. If you need to kind of roll out the wrists, shake out your hands. And then we'll find that on the opposite side. I like to make fists if my wrists are getting a little tired, or fingers. Flex both feet, right ankle over left thigh. Chest is lifted, strong core. Maybe bend your bottom knee, nice and slow. Find your perfect stretch. Acknowledge if one side is different than the other. For me, this is a much tighter side, so I just have to go less deep, if that's a term. Breathing deeply, maybe add movement. If you added movement, pause. Find your pose and press your right ankle into left thigh. Feel that really activate the outside of your right hip. Good, hover your right leg as you extend the bottom leg. Left hand pushes on your shin or kind of the side of your calf. Twice more. Bend your bottom knee, push into your thigh. Extend your bottom leg, hover the top foot and push into your hand. Good. One more time. So resisting, kind of pushing the foot out, and then resisting pushing the foot in. When you're ready, release, shake it out. Make a fist with both hands and just kind of wrap on the sides of your hips, tops of your thighs, outer thighs. Turn the toes out, inner thighs. Make little cups with the hands and do that around the knees. You can bend your knees to get a little lower, or if you can reach, start to pat the inside of the legs, outside of the legs. Maybe bend your knees to get to ankles and feet. Stimulating lymph, back of the legs, back of the thighs. Really, really careful on the back of the knees. You can even skip that. All the way back up. We'll do that on the arms. Start at the fingers, choose an arm, and just pat up the top of your arm to your shoulder. Do that a couple times. Turn your palm up and do the inside of your arm. Opposite side, from the fingers up to the outer shoulder. Inner arm, palm, almost to the armpit. Hands to the rib cage, massage side to side, massage the belly clockwise. See if you can even massage the lower back spaces as high up as you can reach. Take one hand to the back of your shoulder, top of your shoulder, side of your neck. Other hand, back of your shoulder, top, side of the neck. And avoiding any earrings if you have them. Grab any place in your ears and just make a circle. And then change places. Grab another point, make a circle. Good, one more place, whichever one, maybe the top, make a circle. Good, then come all the way to lie down. Once you get there, find the great stretch, take your time, reach your arms overhead, point your toes, and exhale, knees to chest. Gently rocking side to side. Good, releasing your feet to the earth, knees bent. Reach your arms out in a T. Press your feet down, pick up your hips off the earth, and hop them to the left. Set them down, let your knees fall the opposite way to the right. Good, you might keep the knees stacked or just kind of let them fall. For a little more sensation, you can cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Good. If you're comfortable where you are and with your eyes closed or open, you can just ignore this next step. If your eyes are open, gaze at your ceiling. Keep your gaze steady and wiggle your fingers. See if you can notice in the peripheral vision, left to right, the fingers wiggling. You might move your hands up just enough to be able to see that your fingers are moving. And take deep breaths in and out. Working with our peripheral vision is actually a way to down-regulate the nervous system. So if ever you're feeling stressed, you might do something like this. At the very least, you'll just feel silly. When you're ready, relax fingers, bring the knees back to center. And then hop your hips to the right, knees to the left. Find a twist. A deeper variation of stretch might be left ankle over right thigh. If that's uncomfortable on your knees, then just let that go. Once again, find your comfort. You can just relax, close your eyes, or find any position. If you'd like to play with this, then head at center, gaze at the ceiling, and wiggle your fingers. See if you can notice just barely where you register movement. And while this happens, is there space to relax the forehead and jaw? To let the back molars release apart. And the exhales to lengthen. Releasing your movement and pose, knees back to center, hips back to center. And take your time to relax into your resting pose. Legs might extend, feet wide. Let the arms rest anywhere that's comfortable. You might even add your blanket under your head like a pillow. And let's take a deep sighing breath together. Meeting on an exhale, completely empty the breath. And then inhale, biggest breath of your day so far. At the top, take another sip, really, really feel like you're gathering all tension that could even remain in your body or in your mind, and then powerfully through your mouth, release it. Squeeze the air out, and then natural breath. And giving yourself the next few minutes. To simply rest. Begin to deepen your breath. And wiggle fingers and toes. If you're very comfortable where you are, you can just stay right here. Or we'll take all the time we need to meet in a seat. Using the deepening of the breath. Letting small movements grow into big movements, rolling and rocking to the side to slowly sit up. And if you are joining us in a seat, whenever you get there, palms touch. Draw the spine long and bow your chin. A few breaths of time for gratitude. Knowing that you are appreciated. And I appreciate you exactly as you are. And knowing that this practice has done something for you this morning. That body is probably grateful just for your willingness to show up, to move around, to encourage a sense of stillness when necessary, movement when necessary, the balance of both. Thank you each for being here. And thank you for being you. Namaste.